everybody, my name is Emma, this is Emma Rose and Books, and today I thought I would film for you a tag video because I haven't done one for ages. This is the channel history tag. I was tagged to do this by Dane Reed, so obviously I'll leave links to his channel below. Do go and check him out. His channel's great. He does like reading reviews and reading vlogs, book reviews, reading reviews, and bookish tags and all that kind of lovely stuff. Plus he's an indie writer like I am, so he does a bit of AuthorTube content as well. So if you like my channel, then I think you'll like his. So do go and check that link out below. But I really like the questions to this. He tagged me to do this last month and I've only just got around to it. So the questions will be below. The original tag is by, I don't know, but I will link it. I'll make sure I link it and put original tag. Sorry, I don't know that. Right, question 1. Tell us about your very first video and where you were in life when you filmed it. Well, I had another channel, and it's still live actually, where I used to do music and like science parody videos for my students when I was a teacher. So that, you know, was like my first YouTube channel with my first videos, and I think, was the first one I did a parody video about the menstrual cycle to the tune of Hit Me Baby One More Time, which anybody who I used to teach will have horrible memories of like me and all of my colleagues just making them learn all the words to it. So that might have been the first one I did on that channel, or it might not have been, because I also did like a few demo tracks and things like that, so I'm not 100% certain. When I started this channel, the first video that I put up was like an intro video, which I'll link below. It's terrible. Basically, I spent a really long time like doing my hair, putting my makeup on, trying to get the lighting right, trying to put the tripod in the right place, and like really overthinking everything. And then I just kept tripping over my words. I wasn't natural in front of the camera because I wasn't used to it. And on the video, there's so many, what they called, cut thing, I don't know, you know what I mean, cut shots, I don't know, but like, where I just couldn't finish a sentence, and the video is only about 1.5 minutes long, but I just couldn't get my life together. The reason why I started this channel in the first place is that I was waiting at the time to kind of make a decision on what I'm doing with my book, Milk. I was waiting to see if it was going to get placed with a traditional publisher, and I was very powerless. I was sort of sitting and waiting for other people to make decisions, and starting this channel felt like something positive to do in terms of engaging with the bookish community, talking about books, talking about writing, talking about all of that stuff, because it felt like a release, and it also felt like something proactive in terms of, I guess, creating an audience and creating engagement and that kind of thing. But I'd also been watching BookTube and AuthorTube for a little while and was aware of the community there, and I wanted to be part of that kind of really great supportive community within BookTube and within AuthorTube. So it was just like that whole big picture of, I think that this firstly will be a good move in terms of if I'm going to be bringing books out, but secondly I think this will be really good for me. So, and hey, I'm still here almost 2 years later. So yeah, it was like something proactive to do when I couldn't do anything, and I'm really glad I did, really glad. It's just been a very positive experience. Question 2, tell us about your most viewed video and what went into creating it. My most viewed video is one comparing Ingram Spark and KDP, because when I brought Milk out, I initially brought it out with Ingram Spark and then I switched to KDP. So that meant that I had experience of using both, and I had proofs of both books, so I could kind of weigh up how the books looked. You know, I knew the differences between the services and all that kind of thing. So I think that video's had like 2,500 views or something, which actually compared to the menstrual cycle video is not very high. That's got like ridiculous amounts of views. But so it's on my other channel, which I don't upload on, so, or not at the moment, I might do in the future. It's just kind of sitting dormant. And all that really went into creating it was just sitting with the 2 copies of the book. I made a list of the different like categories of differences, and then I just went through them. That was all. It was just talking to a camera but it's had a lot of views, a lot of people saying it's helpful, a lot of comments, you know, interactions, all that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm really pleased that other people have found it useful, because I watched similar sorts of videos when I was bringing my book out, but when Milk came out, it was when CreateSpace changed to KDP. So although there were lots of videos about CreateSpace, there weren't really any about KDP, which was a big driver for why I wanted to make that video, to kind of compare the new service, because all everyone had to go on was like old videos. So yeah, hopefully lots of people have found that useful, and maybe some of you who are watching this are here because of that video, I don't know, because yeah, I got lots of people saying they've subscribed because of it, so hello, thank you if that was why. Question 3, tell us about a video that you were most excited about when you finished it. I don't really know, because I think that each video I do, I look forward to seeing what the response will be, and I'm really interested in how videos compare and what people enjoy. I think I get quite excited when I'm reviewing a book that the person knows I'm reviewing. So where I've reviewed other indie writers' books, where we've done book swaps, so like Dane's books, Charlie Heathcote's books, Karina, I'm trying to remember her name, Karina Christie, because she goes under Lily Bloom as well. When I've reviewed those, because I look forward to what they'll think of what I have to say about their books, and also with Amy Brown's books that I got sent for review. So just, yeah, when people know that I've got the books and I'm reading them, and then kind of excited to see what they think, and also what other people think of those books. So I like that. Actually, probably the one that I was the most excited about is one that's on a private link, which is that me and a friend of mine, so another friend had made up a parody song about her daughter, and then me and a friend created a music video for first friend's birthday. So we went to so much effort. You know when you get like cards, like lyric cards, so when you see the sort of like the viral videos where people are holding up, but we did that with all kinds of backgrounds and people holding them and different people featuring different environments, and so basically every phrase was on a different card in a different place. So me and my friend filmed it, she put the music together and I edited it, and it was such a laugh doing this secret project. And then when we then showed our friend, it was just so exciting, and we're really proud of the results. But yeah, because it's like a private thing with friends in and all of that, it's a private video, but it was very fun. So sorry I can't show you that, but it was good. Question 4, tell us about a point in your booktubing, authortubing career that was particularly challenging, either creatively or personally. I don't know that there's really anything necessarily relating to making videos necessarily. Obviously things to do with, you know, bringing books out and how I felt about that, and changing careers, you know, stopping being a teacher, which was like 18 months ago now, and everything went along with that, with like starting a new business and then anxiety over all of that. But in terms of actually making videos, to be honest, it's just been like a fun creative outlet. I think maybe the only thing was, so when I first started this channel, so the old channel was one that people knew about because people knew that I made music. I felt like it wasn't anything personal because I wasn't giving viewpoints, I was just singing a song and then that was it, or like doing a little parody song. Whereas where I'm sat here talking about what I think and what I'm doing and all of that, it's a bit more personal. And I felt as a teacher that it wasn't appropriate. I never really asked, but I just felt it was inappropriate to be doing something so public on a social media platform. So when I originally started this channel, I was still teaching for like 7 months or something, 6-7 months. And so I didn't really want to announce personally that I was doing this. The other side of that is that I still wasn't really talking about the book. It was generally only people I was very close to that knew that I was planning to release a book, and the amount of work that I put into that, how I basically spent the 2 years prior to that seeking different routes and gathering information and all of that stuff, and it had been like a real tough time because I think it's that thing, like I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm a writer now. I just felt, I don't know, like, yeah, I just wasn't okay with it. I wasn't ready to share yet. And so I didn't really want people to see, like people I actually knew, to see this channel, because I wasn't ready to talk about it, but I wanted to talk about it. So I talked about it in a public forum, but just people I actually knew didn't know this channel existed. So when I'd made all the decisions about publishing Milk and when I'd quit teaching was when I then shared personally, you know, on my personal Facebook and my all like that personal stuff, and actually was open about, this is what I'm doing with my life now. I've quit teaching, I'm doing this, and I have these social media outlets where I talk about what I'm doing and publicise what I'm doing, and I use YouTube, and here's a video I've made and all that stuff, and actually started to get people I know following my platforms. So that, I guess as well, you don't know what people think about, oh, I've got a YouTube channel. I don't know, I'm sure lots of other people who have channels feel the same. I mean, maybe not, let me know in the comments, but that for me, just being open about this, I don't think anyone was that surprised because I had the YouTube channel with the music on it, but yeah, I think that for me was quite a moment, you know. Question 5, is that where I'm up to? No, 6. Tell us about an aspect of being a content creator that you had to try really hard to get good at or are still struggling with. I think like quality can still be a challenge. I mean, my videos at the moment I'm struggling because I live in England and it's dark. I'm filming this at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's not bright enough anywhere in my house, which will mean that the resolution of the video isn't very high, which it gets even worse when I brighten it and things like that, so I find that a challenge. And the audio, I just don't have the equipment yet, and so I do the best with what I have, and I've learned what works, which rooms are best to film in, which backgrounds I like, what lighting in what rooms at what times, and what I tend to do at the moment is I tend to film with my bookcase if it's like a more chatty video or a bookish video, and then if it's more like a tips video, then I film in my bedroom, which has a white wall, because I feel like it's not about the books, it's about what I have to say. I don't know, it's being creative. But it's like the quality of the video, not about what I'm saying, but about how it looks. And sometimes when I'm editing it, I just feel really disappointed that that was the best I could do, because I don't have lighting rigs, and I do have a microphone, but it doesn't produce any better audio than what this camera does that I use, which is a Sony Handycam thing. So yeah, you know, but it is what it is, and I do the best I can. In fact, I used to film for a while, so my bedroom has quite good lighting, and like I said, the walls are white, and so I filmed for a while sitting on my bed in my bedroom, because, you know, lots of YouTubers do that, and it meant I had good lighting, the sound in there is a little bit better, you know, various things. And then I had a comment of somebody saying it was unprofessional to have my bed in the background videos, which, even though I'm like, it doesn't, you know, everybody does it, I haven't actually filmed. I am sitting on my bed, it's just closer in, so you can't tell. But yeah, I don't know, I just get too much in my head about these things. Number 7, tell us a story that sticks out in your mind that happened as a result of you being a part of BookTube, AuthorTube. I mean, I haven't got that big a platform at the moment, but I think it's the collaborations and the sort of people reading your book or recommending your book, talking about your book, or equally talking about your book reviews, your book recommendations, sharing things, and like you seeing that people are interested in what you have to say. So I think maybe one of the ones that was really exciting was when Vendi from Caught Between Pages reviewed Milk, and it was the first video review I had of one of my books, and I was so excited to see it, and so like just felt like it was just so, it just was a moment of that opportunity that had occurred because of networking within the community and like an online friendship, and that, yeah, I just, it was just nice. It was just nice and exciting. Question 8. Alright, you just spent however long talking about yourself, you're awesome. We know, it's why we watch your content. Tell us about someone else in the BookTube, AuthorTube community that you think deserves more attention than they get at the moment. I'm going to do a shout out for Charlie Heathcote. I do talk about him every now and again on this channel because we chat online on like Twitter and stuff, and I've reviewed 2 of his books on here and he's reviewed 2 of mine. So obviously I have mentioned him before, but his channel just deserves so many more viewers than it's got. He's written really amazing funny books, and he's so helpful, like willing to help. If I send him a question of, oh, how did you do this, or what do you think of that, then he's, you know, he's been really awesome and supportive, and I find his videos like a little diversion from life. He's funny and interesting, and yeah, he just deserves more subscribers, more interaction than he has. So shout out to him. Please do go and check his channel out. Obviously I will link it below. Now there isn't a tag other people thingy, but obviously anybody I've mentioned I'll tag, I'll link. But in terms of tagging some people, I'm gonna tag just people that come into my mind. So I'm gonna tag Snow White Reader. Her channel's absolutely fab and is doing amazingly and well deservedly so. Who else shall I tag? I'm gonna tag Vendi because I mentioned her and I don't think she's been tagged to do this yet. So that's from Caught Between Pages. And these are like the old school people that I first used to chat to when I was like starting up my channel. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I think those 2. But if you'd like to do it, do have a go. Make sure that you let me know in the comments that you gave it a shot, and so that I can go and check it out on your channel. Obviously, links below to everybody and everything I've talked about, and yeah, see you all soon for another bookish. Oh, I should do the thing. See, this is the thing I'm not good at. Please like this video if you did like it. I always end up refilming this bit, so I always forget it. Please leave a comment, and also please subscribe if you would like to for more videos about reading and writing and bookish stuff, and I'll see you all soon for my next one. Take care.